everybody. So it says that I had a poor connection, so I'm going to take this to another area because I might have been about to say something real good if it's cutting off. I never had it cut off like that. So let's see. Let me get back to my point. My point was, I was at a season of my life, blessings Drew Smith, I was at a season of my life where I was making $1,000 a day, clients backed up to the yin yang, 2 assistants, literally everything looked like it was going amazing. But guess what? Internally I was at like 15%, I believe, on my radar, what I would consider it as. Spiritually, I was depleted. Mentally, I was depleted. Emotionally, I was depleted. My environment was not how I normally like it, which is clutter-free, clean. Everything was so off in my life. And I was reactional. Everything was making me get hyped up, going from 0 to 100. Blessings, Drew. Going from 0 to 100. Thank you guys for coming back over from the live that just ended. But I was so reactional to everything. Everything was making me upset. Everything was hurting my feelings. Everything. That's normally a sign that you need to deal with yourself, right? So I was going through that season of making a lot of money, but internally I was burnt out. And a lot of people I'm sensing around me they're on the go, and they're looking like, they're too busy in the hustle, and you are running yourself ragged to the point that you are now making yourself a prey to burnout, to suicidal thoughts, to literally things seeming bigger than what it is. Those are signs that you need to work on yourself internally, that you need to slow it down instead of speed it up. So that's why I made the point that it's all working for your good if you know what season you're in, so that you can appreciate the process why it's happening. So I had to shut my business down of 10 years at that point, making $1,000 a day, living what I thought was the highlight. And guess what happened? I had to give I ended up in the hospital the 2 years before that, and that's when I knew this time I had to shut my business down. That's right, Samantha. Thank you guys for coming back on. We're back on. So the first I had because we all get these reoccurring cycles, right? So I ended up 2 years before that in the hospital. Liver, kidneys, and heart was acting up, and I was only 30 years old at that time. And the doctors was like, your blood pressure is extremely high. Now I'm successful. Now I'm making all this money. And guess what the doctor's saying? Your blood pressure is extremely high. Right now you are in what they would have considered the stroke category. I'm looking in the hospital room. It's nobody but me. The nurses are coming in like, who do you have anybody in here? Like, you have any family? You have a serious condition. I was so detached from everything that my relationships was poor, meaning that I didn't deal with a lot of people, meaning that I thought just because I have created a world that I only need myself. Now you are in a situation where you're not even close enough, and you don't even feel comfortable enough calling nobody. So now you are at a moment in your life, and listen here, listen up real close to me. That was a very pivotal moment in my life when I looked around in the hospital room and I had nobody in there with me, and I was going through a life-threatening situation and it was nobody there. I had not built healthy relationships. I was so busy hustling. I had not allowed myself to heal in ways that would allow me to have people to be open to receive good people in my life. I had not worked on a lot of my past pains and hurts. And this was about 9 years ago. I had literally placed myself, but I was making good money now. Everybody say you're doing good, you're successful. But in the internal aspect of my life, I had nobody. Now my family, I didn't call my parents was like, we didn't even know you was in the hospital. I didn't want to bother them. So that's how twisted my mind was. That I felt like I have to always go through everything alone, to feel like, what's the point of making all this money if you are so disconnected in the world? You're living in a little bubble. You're literally having life-threatening issues because you hustling, making this money, but you're in a bubble, and the devil love to isolate you. And when he isolates you, he gets all in your head, and he makes you prey. You become prey to the enemy when you focus on nothing but money and none of your internal aspects. You're spiritually dehydrated, meaning your prayer life is off, your connection. You don't even know what God sounds like anymore. You have no idea what he sounds like because you just been on the go. You just been making it happen. Listen, it's real. So from that situation, and when I faced it a second time, is when I knew I had to shut my business down. And that's when I was like, I need to regroup, because now I was at the top of the building. I didn't, thought I had my right mind, but literally it only takes you being spiritually weak at the time to not be in your clear mind. It only takes you to be overworked to not be in your right mind. It only takes you to be stretched thin. It only takes you to not been sleeping right for I don't know how long. Hold on 1 second. Hello? It's 18. Okay, thank you. Sorry, you guys. But listen, it only takes you getting your body to the point that you have depleted yourself, that you don't even know what your radar is. You don't even know that you're out in left field by yourself. You don't even know that you are now prey. You have nobody covering you. You have nobody looking out for you because you done cut everybody off because you making this money, right? I experienced that, and that's when people see people commit suicide, and they're like, well, what happened? They such always nice, always smiling. You don't know internally. Some people are successfully depressed. Like, they have been functional and very successful and been depressed for years, to the point that they are at a crossroad where one more situation might take them over. Because they didn't know what season they were in. They didn't know that they were burnt out. They didn't recognize that, listen here, I might need I need to sit it down, or they might admit me. They didn't know that one more situation can take you over the edge. They didn't know that one more situation will make you not think clear and maybe take your life. So that's why when I see people now that have committed suicide, I don't judge, because you don't know when you are not in your right state of mind, because you didn't understand what season you were in, so that you weren't able to have a level of clarity to make a conscious decision. I know what it feels like for my body to be burnt out, but I'm making a lot of money, but I'm now not making good decisions. I'm not sleeping for years at a time, and you can't do that. You can't just be focused on the money. And that's why I came on today to say it all works out for our good, and it's all coming together, because you can't be so focused on making money and everything else around you is failing. You can't be so focused on the hustle and the bustle and everything else in you and around you is failing. We have to know that every single season of our lives, the slow seasons, the seasons where we are now able and got the clearance to maximize, is working for our good. So you guys, if I can tell anybody anything today, appreciate each season. So when I moved home, so the third time when I dealt with those type of situations, so because we deal with things in cycles, that's when I told you this time. I was like, I gotta sit this thing down. You don't have to tell me no more when to pull out. When I got to pull out and deal with me, you don't have to tell me twice. It's time to shut it down. When I see, that's why I teach my clients to ask themselves, at least, if you can't do it daily, at least on a weekly basis, how am I feeling from 1 to 10? How am I feeling? Because you need to monitor that. How am I feeling on a spiritual level, on a mental level, on a health, physical level, meaning that have I been taking care of my body? How's my prayer life? How are the relationships around me? How is my living environment? You need to monitor from a 1 to 10 how you're doing in those areas, so you don't get off, so you can know where you need to focus on. Listen, Listen, if your area of physical activity is at a 2, then that might need to be an area that you need to focus on. If your living environment is at a 2, that might be an area that you need to focus on. If your relationships are at a 2, that might be an area that you need to heal, so that you can literally be able to release those old coping mechanisms and be able to define what you want and who you are, so you now can build healthy relationships. All of that is different seasons. Where's my business? Is it at a season of, really making a lot of progress? Can I take on more clients? All of that is based on what season am I in every single aspect of my life. How am I eating? What on a 1 to 10? We need to monitor. Thank you guys for sharing this video out. We need to monitor on a consistent basis how we're doing in multiple areas. Listen, I meet people that want to do so many great things and they have poor credit. And one thing that will discourage you is not being able to really maximize your journey when you have no capital to work with, when you have no level of expansions. Because when the major opportunities come, you need some leverage. So you need to know what season you're on, and you need to be focusing on, if you want to build a house, you want to buy a house, you need to have you some good credit. So you might not be in a season of, getting houses. You might be in a season of working on your credit and learning how to save money and getting yourself prepared. That might be the season that you're on. Listen, financial growth season. Everybody has different seasons. So if I can't have broken this down any other way, I hope I have said something to get you to understand that every season, even a season that looks slow and like nothing's moving, is working for your good. Because if we change the perspective during that season, it's actually going to literally elevate you, because now you have gained a level of peace internally to produce the level of power to show up bold, to show up with your authentic self, to show up with a level of grace, to show up with a level of love that will shift the atmosphere, that will attract every single thing that you want. And that came from a sit down season, right? So every season works for your good. Remember that. You don't want to end up in the hospital room. I was telling a gentleman the other day, because I meet a lot of men and it hurts my heart. That's why I'm so excited to expand into the construction arena, to be able to meet a lot of men that are not taking care of themselves. I see men burn their bodies out to the ground and expect their body to be working at maximum capacity, and they don't eat right. They don't sleep, they don't exercise, they don't take multivitamins. It hurts my heart that's why when I see single men, I'm like, do you even know what type of woman you need to be looking for? You looking at the wrong aspects. The woman is the visionary. Normally, most men that I see that, when they looking all toe down, they haven't had a good woman in their life, or they have no woman in their life, right? So they found a woman that she was cute, but baby girl doesn't have any substance. So you over there dealing with yin yang and nagging and all this other stuff, because she is not internally within herself feeling good about herself and knowing who she was. She is not being able to be on her journey and being content in that. So I meet so many men. Let's get on the men. Let me talk to the men right now. I meet so many men that are with the wrong people or with nobody. And now when they really need somebody to be keeping an eye on them or making sure they are taken care of, men need women for a reason. The Bible didn't tell a woman she couldn't live alone. He said that man should not live alone. He advised men not to live alone. Listen, a woman normally, if she's a good one, is going to make sure your living conditions are comfortable. She's going to make sure you eat at least 3 meals a day. She's going to make sure she speaks life into you so you're going to feel like Superman. She's going to be able to help strategize with you. She's going to literally help you execute the things in which you used to just talk about. Now they're going to start getting crossed off your list. If you got a good woman, the woman is normally connected to the big vision of the family, right? She's going to help the kids. So many men that I meet are out here stranded. Their body is depleted. They have not taken care of themselves. They're aging times 10 because they have been in environments that was not conducive for them being their best. And a lot of it is because they either chose the wrong mate or because they didn't know what they should have been looking for, or they have not been taking care of themselves, or the relationships that they had, they did not appreciate when they had them. I told this gentleman, I said, listen here, there's not one thing I learned from being in the hospital with my father. I seen so many African American men end up in the ICU and in trauma and in the hospitals, and they had very minimal visitors. They had very minimal people that actually cared. They didn't have nobody there to write down their meds when they was half medicated. They didn't have nobody that was really there that could really watch their eating. So when they really needed somebody there, they had nobody. And that broke my heart to see so many men that, and a lot of them I'm sure was fathers, but since they were not good fathers, they didn't have kids that were connected enough to even care enough to even be there when they really needed somebody. That broke my heart to see men in the hour of need and they had nobody. Nobody. That broke my heart. So that's why when I meet a lot of men, I'm always talking about, you know, I talk to them about the same transformation processes. I even give my book, my journal that I have, the transformation journal, to men. I'm like, don't mind the flowers on the top, because I'm going to get a second edition version to it for the men specifically. But follow the stuff in the journal. I guarantee you it will change your life. I guarantee you, if you follow some of the questions, the same question I'm asking, women are not just the only people need clarity. Women are not just the only people that need confidence. Women are just not the only people that need a level of creativity. Men need these answers as well. If you are the head, how can you lead and you have no vision? How can you lead when you don't know who you are? How can you lead from insecurity, so that you got to be tearing the woman down because you seeing her do X, Y, and Z? And I've encountered that a lot with a lot of men. That's why listen, you know, one of the biggest things on my list dealing with men is the Lord and healing. Is this man healed? Listen, sisters, one thing you don't want is a man that's not healed. Listen, does this man know who he is before I even meet him? Because I'm not his teacher. I'm supposed to be his helpmate, not his teacher. And if he is broken, the only person that can fix broken things is the Lord. So many people go into things not knowing what they should be looking for. Listen, so that's why women, every season works for your good. Men, every season works for your good. My single season, baby, I love it. I've been single for years, but I am the woman today and will be the wife that I will be and the amazing mother that I will be because of that single season. Because I chose to maximize that season. I chose to figure out who I was and what I had to add to the table, and so I can add value to my family. I had to get myself together first before I joined with somebody else, so that we can make this thing work, so we can literally be able to maximize our time together on this earth to help the kingdom. But I had to maximize that single season, right? Every season works for our good. So you guys, if I can't say nothing else, hello Olivia Young, hey Takesha Owens, blessings home team. If I can't say anything else, hello Cleo. Maximizing each season, even the slow seasons, even the internal seasons, so that you can maximize the external seasons of your life. Don't focus on the externals without dealing with the internals. So that's what we focus on at the Transformation Place. So for those that don't know who I am, I'm Nekia Foxx from the Transformation Place. I help amazing women and men transform from the inside out. So before I can focus on my clients maximizing their money, I have to first analyze where they are to see if they even have the capacity to do what they say they're wanting to do. We got to build that foundation. It's the same way with me building houses and buildings. If that foundation is not together, then you're going to have these cracks and leaks coming up. It's nothing like getting in the mix of your career or the biggest opportunity of your life and figuring out you don't have what it takes to make this happen. It's nothing like that type of heartbreak when you like, I don't even have the capacity to go no more. I'm so tired, because you did not maximize the season before that opportunity. Listen, every season, hey, Miss Williams, Tamara. Okay, we got Cleo, Tanyelle, and Tamara. Maximize every single season. Both Williams on here. Maximize every single season of your life. Don't put one as meaning it is worth more than the other. if I can say anything else. Because one of the major aspects of when I'm working with, if anybody is on this live or knows somebody that's been like, I need some help, I've taken myself as far as I can go, I need another viewpoint, and I need somebody that can give me some resources to get me to where I want to go, because I don't know anymore. That means you need a coach. I've paid for so many coaches, right, to help me with different things, right? Some coaches help me with branding. Some coaches work with personal development. Some coaches work with healing, my internal aspect from my pride, and also my mindset with money, because a lot of people are not making money because they think money is actually a sin or something. They oh, I don't need no money. Money ain't everything. Listen, money allows you to help live this life that you're living at a much more graceful pace, meaning that you can be able to outsource a lot of things so you can really enjoy your time. So money allows you to help change lives. Money allows you to make a difference. Money allows you to put things in place that actually works to help others at a larger capacity. Money allows you to not have to be multiple places at the same time. Hey mother, hey Terry House, hey mother. Money allows you, but until I change my worth, how did I feel? How do I value myself? That's going to determine what I charge or what I'm offering. Do I value what I offer? That's going to determine what I charge. Do I value the end result that I give? So many people look at, well, how long did it take? It's not how long it takes. It's what changed what was the end result? How did this person's life change? That's what you're focusing on, is the end result. You're not focusing on what it took to get it. You're focusing on where you're ended at afterwards from interacting with X, Y, and Z. See, money allowed me to understand when I was burnt out that it was not all about money, right? And that I had a lot of money and I was miserable and stressed and out and depressed. So money does not solve everything. So that's when I had to really work on, I have to heal myself from how I view men, from how I view women, how I view how important relationships are, how I view what's my point on this earth. I had to do a lot of real talk, because after going to college and getting all these degrees and after getting all these accolades and certification, you get all this stuff and it still means nothing. You get these positions, it still means nothing if you're miserable and you're stressed out and you don't love who you are when you look in the mirror. If you don't wholeheartedly love who you are, if you don't feel you're really worth what you're saying you're worth, it's going to show in a lot of things that you do. So every single aspect of your life, some women are in a season, and men, that they need to focus on self-love. What does that feel like to you? What does that look like for you? Like, what does that, can you answer that? If somebody said, how can I help you? Do you know what help you need right now? We are all in different seasons. Hey, Toya, we're all in different seasons of our lives. In every season, I hope I've given so many examples. Every season is working for our good. Make sure you learn how to focus internally on how well you are doing internally as a person, so that you can maximize externally all the things you're supposed to have, right? Nobody wants to deal with a rich, nasty person. Nobody likes being around a person that's bitter. No one likes being around a person that's arrogant. No one likes being around a person that's full of pride and ego. We got to deal with the internal aspects. Listen here. You can't help somebody if we're not coming from a place of love. And in order to really love and give love, we have to heal. So I hope I've said something, you guys, that have helped you all some kind of way, some kind of nugget through all the things I've said, to focus on every season of your life. The sit down season, the maximize season, the hustle season, the planting the seed seasons, the building relationship seasons, the eating right seasons, the literally let me focus on just cleaning my house every day season, let me focus on calling and checking up on people when they cross my mind season. Listen, every season of your life, so that you can master those areas of your life, is working for your good. So don't look at somebody else's season that you might be looking at a lot of external things happening and get sidetracked and get off of the season that you currently need to be in. Gracefully go through each season so that you can maximize the next. So once again, for those that this video will be uploaded next, I think my assistant will get to it, I'm sure Monday. On YouTube, follow my YouTube channel it's Nekia Foxx on YouTube. Of course, on Instagram, it's Nekia Foxx. Facebook, Nekia Foxx. For those that want to check out some of my courses, want private coaching, one-on-one, looking for classes to build businesses, to be able to multiply and expand their business, I have several courses that are online. For those that want to book a session for clarity or want a business strategy session on how to to get where you're trying to go with the resources that you currently don't have, go to www.nekiafoxx.com. It'll say how may I help you, and it's on the sidebar, and you'll see a list of services. I'm glad this was for you. Blessings, Samantha. We are all in this together, right? It's iron sharpens iron, sis. It's iron sharpens iron, sis. We are all in this together. Listen here, when you win, I win. When I win, you win. We got to make sure we talk about the things that a lot of, that aren't being addressed a lot, because everybody's so microwave and focusing on the wrong things, and the world is so busy and it wants to get us sidetracked. And listen, we're no good for nobody if we're not good for ourselves. So that's one thing I've learned. I can't help anybody if I can't help myself, right? I can't be my best if I'm not my best self, right? And whatever that looks like or feels like to me, I need to put myself as a priority. I had to go through a season of just putting myself first and learning. I had to look in the mirror and be just like this. I'm not able to assist you at the moment. That is going to be a no. No. And I had to learn how to say no. And saying no, it felt so uncomfortable because I want to help. But I had to learn how to sit it down and not stretch and overextend myself so much, and doing things that afterwards I was feeling some type of way about, because I was not doing, I was burnt out. I was saying yes and overextending myself and taking on more, and yeah, I was making a lot of money, yes, but look, at the same time, I was not feeling good afterwards about it. So I had to challenge myself to be committed to my personal well-being and living in my truth. Living in my truth has been liberating. If it's not making me feel good about my yes or my no, I cannot be a part of it. Blessings, sis. Oh, amen. If I cannot stand in my truth, listen, because I lived a lie for years. That's why I tell clients when they sit in my chair, you can't fake a faker. Listen, I lived lies for years. There's no need in living a lie. Deal with your truth, whatever that is for you, because it's something you need to get out of living in your truth that is necessary to impact everything around you. So when you say a wholehearted yes, you can mean it, and the people can feel it, other than you just saying yes or doing the act and then they're feeling like you really don't want to be there because you're saying yes. We have to stop doing conflict of interest situations. Let's live in the truth so that it can be meaningful. That's what that season of my life taught me, was when I had to learn how to say no. And people like, I had to literally sit in the mirror and say no, no, I'm not able to. And I had to learn how to not answer the phone, because a lot of, when you are a solutionist, a lot of people come to you, and a lot of individuals that are solutionists, because we all interconnected, so anything we see in somebody else is normally within us. When you are a solutionist, blessings, Michelle Ward. When you are a solutionist, blessings, Miranda. When you are a solutionist, normally you solve a lot of problems, and you create results without even thinking, because that's how your mind works. And normally solutionists are people that are very compassionate individuals. So normally with that same gift of knowing how to make it happen, it comes with having to learn not to overextend yourself. It comes with learning not to allow people to mistreat you or abuse your gifts. It comes with allowing yourself to know what your yay and your nay is. My yes and my no. I need to be able to own up to that. It comes with being able to make those uncomfortable phone calls. I'm no longer able to be a part of X, Y, and Z because that's not a part of your truth. It comes with learning how, and you'll get better and better at it. It's uncomfortable at first, but I guarantee you, when you are a solutionist, normally, hello, Miss Pascal. Normally, when you are a solutionist, you're connected to situations based on that gifting. Every gift comes with pros and cons. You have to learn how to evaluate how to stand in your truth in that gift as well. Hello, Angelique. You have to learn how to stand in your truth. I'm a caring person. I love to give. I love being able to help people, but I had to learn when to not answer the phone. I had to learn to tell individuals, listen here, I don't want to hear that. I'm going to be getting off now. I had to learn how to not allow individuals to dump things on my plate and leave. And I'm a solutionist now, so I'm trying to figure out how to come up with something after they've left and they're not thinking about anything. I had to learn how to stand in my truth. And that required a whole lot of seasons of learning to be uncomfortable in what I value, because I got tired of being in situations that I ended up being regretful. And what's the point in doing it if I regret it, right? I got tired of backtracking in situations that was supposed to feel like a blessing felt like a curse. So that was because I was not living in my truth. So I had to learn how to say yes and say no, how to own up to how I really feel and what I really need to be my authentic self and to vibrate at a level in which I feel good in my spirit. I had to learn that. And it's not an easy process. Hello, Don. Blessings. But so many, it has been valuable for my journey. That's when I know when to exit and when to enter. That's when I learned who to connect with and who not to connect with. That's when I learned when to say yes and when to say no. When I needed to shut down and when I did not need to shut down, because I had to learn how to live in my truth, whatever that, and that's why I tell everybody, that comes with a season of learning yourself and defining, unlearning things and redefining and defining what you want in your life and what your life you feel is about, and getting a relationship with God to figure out who he's told you are to be. Sometimes we have ideas that's not what he said we are to be, and then that's why we have a lot of conflict of interest. Lord, who am I? Show me what you've gifted me with. Show me what the change I need to make in the world, because listen here, you are the best at being you. You are the best at being you. You are the best in the world at being you. Nobody can be you like you. That's the beauty of it. That thing changed my life when I understood that it's only one me and nobody can beat me being me. I ain't even got to fight with nobody about being me. So let me figure out who I am so I can be this best that I can be of me. That thing is liberating. So you on the live are the best in the world at being you. You are the best at being in the world at being you. And it's only, guess what? You so lucky. It's only one you in this world. It will never be another you. So you have full range at maximizing this one life that you have to the utmost ability, being authentically you, changing the world, meeting people that they will never forget you because you learned who you were. And you were able to leave them with something that made them feel good, because only you could be you. It's so good, right? Only you could be you. So you guys, maximize every season of your life. Understand that every season is working for your good. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Don't think your slow season mean any less than your fast-paced seasons. Don't take your slow season for granted. Listen here. When I have been on shutdown for 7 months, getting myself prepared to maximize the next 4 months, right? The things that's coming through the pipeline by the end of this year are on another level, right? And if I would not have sat down the way that I sat down internally for the 7 months of this year, like I sacrificed a lot of money to be able to deal with me, to be able to elevate in a way that I needed to elevate, to deal with where God is taking me in this next level. I knew that what I had currently at that time was not enough for where he was taking me. I knew that the level of healing that I had, I didn't have enough grace to deal with all the souls that he was going to allow me to meet. And I might have been reactive and responsive to a lot of things. And I don't want to hurt nobody. If I can't help you, I don't want to hurt you. So I knew that where he was taking me, I needed to have a level of grace to be able to not just be going off on people, or when people are projecting, it's okay, it's not personal, they're not having a good day. Let me pray for them. Listen here, let my first response need to be, let me pray for you, because I used to be there. So listen here, I'm not there. I don't want to hurt anybody. So if I can't help you, I don't want to hurt you. And that's when I had to learn how to sit it down, to heal on another level for my next level, right? So everything, even money, is produced out of love. The more you learn how to love, you learn how to live. And when you learn how to love and to live, you get the leverage that you need for what? The external attraction to every single thing that you want in your life, right? When I can live with straight love in my heart, when I can come from a place that I'm not taking everything so personal, when I can literally be able to look at the spirit and not at the person, then I can literally be able to address that assignment the right way. When I can literally look at the big picture and not what is currently going on, I can actually complete that assignment, right? Everybody that we meet is not our assignment, but we must understand that it's going to be some interactions that we go through. Normally, the people that you are assigned to are normally going to do things to trigger you, that if you're not healed, you'll cut them off, you'll tell them off, and it'll do more damage because they really look up to you. And you'll be in a rampage that'll do more hurt than good. And then the door will be closed to a situation that's going to come up later that they need to either come back in contact with you, and the gate and the bridge is closed, right? You want to fulfill your assignments on this earth. You want to have an open door policy for even the ones that's done you wrong, right? Because 9 out of 10 times, those are actually the ones that you are assigned to help. They don't know it now. So they hating on you getting blessed. They hating on you getting all this external stuff. They're hating on you taking time and smiling and getting to love yourself on a way so that you can be more. They're hating on you for no reason, not knowing that they're going to need every single component, that every component that they were looking at negatively is a resource that they're going to need later. They didn't even know that. They didn't know the blessing that you were currently getting was actually the roadmap that they needed later. They didn't understand it. They was looking at it from old to no. Literally, the people, hey Yvonne, hey Rock Favor, hey Sadie, I hope I'm announcing these names correctly. But normally the people that you're sent on this earth to help normally hurt you. And I pray, I used to be like, Lord Jesus, I want to get through this. I don't want to be in my feelings and miss out on what I'm supposed to be doing. And the Bible tells us to die daily. We have to learn how to get in that process if we're going to be effective, right? So I had to learn that a lot of people that I'm assigned to aren't emotionally there yet to be able to receive the big picture at that time. Because I remember when I was not there, I was pushing off the people that love me. When you're hurting and you're broken, you can't receive love at that time. So normally you project the negativity and you cause frustrations and you cause conflict for the people. You don't want to deal with them. So anything for them not to be around your presence, you're going to cause. And normally that's when the people cut you off or they stop. But normally they were there to help you. They were trying to love you. Hey, Johnny Thomas, they were trying to love you. They came in peace. But since you were hurt, you couldn't receive them, so you tried to hurt them. I remember people calling my phone just concerned, but I was in such a dark place that I could not receive them. So that I'm causing situations for that they so long as they didn't have to be. I don't want their spirit was irritating me. So I know what it is when you're not in a healed place. Normally your spirit irritates the next person that you're normally there. Like dealing with a person, check this out. That's why, I'm so excited about this chapter in my life where I get to help a lot of people that are ill. Because when you're ill, normally you have a lot of internal conflict going on. When you're ill, your emotions are all off balance, your perspective is off. Normally you don't like nobody being nice to you. And the only thing to allow people that genuinely are going to help to be around you is if they are healed, right? Because they're going to look with the level of grace and not take it personal. They're not going to get mad because you're being nasty and you're being bitter and you're literally just causing these chaotic situations. They're not going to take it personal because they're healed enough to be able to really help you. Listen, if we really want to make a change in this world, because the world needs love right now, we must all heal one-on-one so we can be able to make a difference in the lives of people that are hurting. It's some hurting people. And when the people are hurting, because I used to be there in that place where I was reactional and I could not receive love, and I was just literally cutting off anybody that was being nice and loving to me, because it would bother me because I was not there to receive it. So I know what it feels like to be in that place, that darkness, that moment. And I don't want them to be able to suffer like that alone. Listen, it's okay. Can we look at this another way? Can I help you see you? Can I help see you through your dark spot? Can I help see your journey with you? Like, see this thing through. Can we help during your darkest moments so that you understand that you're the light the whole time, right? In your darkest moment, if you can understand that you're the light, you don't even worry about it being dark. In your darkest hour, if you understand that you're the light, it ain't dark no more. You the light. So you just go inward with a place of gratitude. You have your joy. And people can be like, well, honey, you got all this going on in your life, and why are you feeling like this? Because that person understands that they create their happiness. They create their joy. It don't matter what the circumstance is. No, it's not easy, but you can learn how to get better at it day by day. It's up to you to choose to feel better if you want to. You can roll around. That's why when I work with, I'm so excited also about this next phase of working with the youth. Listen, I tell my nephews, listen here, how do you want to feel? Do you want to go with this emotion right now? Like, it's up to you how you want this to go. You can go with this emotion. You can wallow on the floor. You can act up. It's up to you, because you're going to have to suffer the consequences later. It's up to you how you want this to turn out, because you got to go through it anyways. So it's up to you how you want this to go. So you can act right during the process, or you can act up and suffer in both sides of the consequences, because it's got to happen regardless. So that's one thing that I've learned through this thing is blessings, Kathy. That's one thing I've learned through this thing is we have to heal. It's our responsibility to heal so that we can help. If I heal, I can now help. If I'm not healed, I'm going to do more harm than helping, right? So hey Shirley, maximize every season of your life, if I can't say that again. For those that are once again looking for one-on-one coaching, for those that are looking for courses for business, for those that are looking to really just transform their lives and need some proper tools to get them there. If those that are literally in a place, hey Sierra, hey Shirley, if those that are looking for some a clarity sessions to really shift your mindset and to focus on the things and create feasible steps to get you to your outcome that you want in your life. Listen, we have all of those on my website at NekiaFoxx.com. I'm here to help in any way that I can. Listen, if it's referring you even to somebody else, or it's for another resource that whatever to get you to where you need to be, that's what I'm here to do. I've prided myself for years focusing on internal personal work and leadership and being able to hire people to help me even be resourceful in a way. Thank you for the hearts. Blessings, beautiful, to help me in a way to be resourceful. I read so many things to learn how to do things. So when I have clients, even when my hair clients come and they're like, oh, this is going on, I prided myself on getting exposed to different atmospheres and arenas to be able to help give them references when they needed it. That it all started from just wanting to help. Because if you're a solutionist, normally you're going to have a true desire to help others. And normally you're going to be able to want to make a difference in the lives of others, because you know how easy it is if they just knew what to do. You know what it feels like to just get 1, 2, 3, focus on that, have a level of accountability, and this will get you this outcome. You know what it would do. I know what it was when I hired coaches, and I was like, I remember when I hired my first coach, Marshawn Evans Daniels, and I was like, I know I love helping people. I don't know how I want to help people. I don't know where to start. And that's when I went on and I took, it started off as just a course that I took for branding that she had online. I think it was like $1,000, right? And I remember shaking my hand, to hit the pay button, because I had never paid $1,000 for material to help myself on that level. I've gone to college and all that, but when it came to me, I just had a hard time investing on me. So I remember when I paid the first $1,000, my hand was shaking when it was time to press pay on the screen. And guess what? That turned into me going to a conference, a seminar. It turned into me going on to one-on-one coaching with her, which changed my life. That one shaking my hand, pressing play, I think it was $9.97 was the package or something. Shaking my hand, pushing. I'm like, I hope this stuff works. I don't know. And I didn't even need branding at that time. That's the craziest thing. I didn't even need branding at that time. I needed a whole, who are you? What do you offer? What are your strong? I'm thinking I needed branding at that time. It wasn't even branding, honey. I had to deal with so many internal aspects of myself that were not revealed yet, because I had not gone to that level of dealing with it from my past. In order to even help people, you got to honestly know who you are, what you offer, what impact what change you make, what results you can help them with and produce based on what you've made it out of normally. But when I did that first $1,000, I'm gonna press this for this material, because I know I want to help, and I know it's more in the world than me just doing what I currently do now. I need more, and I feel this lady can help me. And I literally went and I got that course, led me into taking courses with her, led me into private one-on-one coaches. And then when I tell you the investment that I had to make when it was time for private coaching, I was at the conference, and I remember telling my mom, I don't have the money. I remember telling my mom the investment was 5 figures. I think it was over 5 figures. And it was 5 figures. And I remember telling my mom, I don't have the money, Mom. But if I don't sign, I feel the need that this coaching program can give me my next level of help. They said they're going to give us to tomorrow to be able to put the down payment on it. And I know it was the biggest investment I had ever done in my life. So first it started with the $9.97 package. Then we're at 5-figure investment, right? This is just like, I want more in my life. I don't know where to start. I know I need somebody to help me get there. This was back in 2000, and I think it was probably about 6 years. Was it 5 or 6 years ago? I need more. And guess what happened? Guess what happened? I said, Mom, the Lord told me you will. I didn't know how I was going to get the money. I didn't know how I was going to pay for that coaching. I don't know where the extra funds is coming from. I'm like, I got this on my credit card. I got this in my bank. When I tell you that next day I was able to sign up for the group coaching that was 5 figures, right? Was the best decision I ever made in my life. Some of the scariest decisions of your life are going to be the best decisions you ever made in your life. Normally, if you're not scared, it's not about to change your life. Normally, if you don't feel that butterfly, normally, if you don't feel like, oh my God, normally it's not about to make no major change. When we are comfortable, when it's convenient, and if you already got the money, then it's not going to make If it's not something that's stretching your faith, it's not going to produce the outcome that you need. Normally, you're going to have $5 and need $100 or $25. Normally, God puts you in situations that you're not going to have what you need. That's why I try to tell people 9 out of 10 times you're not going to have what you need to become the person that you are to be. It requires blind faith, saying, I don't have it, but Lord Jesus, thank you for the heart. Hello, Kevin. Lord Jesus, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but please, Lord, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get it done. Normally, you're not going to have it. I didn't have it. It was 5 figures. I had just paid to get to the conference and barely had the money for the hotel and had to charge the credit card for the rent. I didn't have it. And here I am at the conference and them offering an opportunity of what I felt was a lifetime, in which turned out to change my life, not only for the coaching, but the level of thinking, the level of connections, the women that I met that was in the masterminds and that was in those groups that was faithing it on the level and more, and it was ones faithing it on coaching that was way more than what I paid. You want to be around people that are stretching their faith on that level. You want to be around people that are willing to say, I'm willing to do it. I don't know how, but I'm willing to do it. You want to be around people that are pushing you out your comfort zone. You want to be around people that say, listen here, honey, I'm doing it too. We're going to make this thing happen. You want to be around people. Listen, you want to stay out of your comfort zone. When your life starts getting too routine, normally you're out of your zone. When it gets too comfortable, normally you're not producing what you're really supposed to, the magnitude and the impact, you're not doing it. Normally, if you're in a comfort zone for a long period of time, you are stagnant. You're not producing. God is about production. God is about multiplication. God is about what? Building. God is about creating. You see, all of those things are about making something happen. Movement. God is about movement. Faith is movement, meaning I'm going to go. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to start walking. Listen here, I don't know how I'm going to pay it, but I'm going to sign up, and I guarantee you won't miss a payment. I didn't miss not one of those payments. I didn't miss not one. Nothing in my life changed. The Lord He will come through every single time when you stretch your faith. You have absolutely nothing to lose. I had been through at that point foreclosure, bankruptcy. I'm like, well, what else I got to lose? I've lost it all. At that point, it was a couple times. What do I have to lose? That's right. That's right. Would you say you see another Amos on? That's right. You online. That's right. In the class, yeah, they were amazing with Marshawn. She literally was what I needed in that season of my life. I didn't know how to get me to where I wanted to go. I knew I had a vision in my head of the woman I was to become. I would not be the woman that I am today if I wouldn't have scared pressed that button for that $9.97 branding course that had nothing to do with what I really needed. I just know I needed more. Sometimes what you think you're needing to get you to where you go is not what actually you need. It's just the faith to do it that you're going to find out later that it wasn't even that, but I had to be scared to do that in order for God to connect me over here and connect me with this person. And I would have never met the amazing women and men that I met if I would not have. Some of my biggest business opportunities came from meeting all the women and men that were in that program till this day. Oh yeah, I'm serious. I was like, they go Amos, that's right. Both of you all, Kathy and Kathy. Say hello, everybody. Yes, another Amos is on there. Yes, she is online as well. Kathy and Samantha Amos. Blessings to you, our two beautiful souls. Queen, Mrs. Queen. How you doing? Listen, I met the beautiful Kathy when I became, oh, it's frozen again. I'm sorry. Is it frozen now? I met Kathy when I became Miss Florida. and she became the queen of her state. Is it still frozen? Let me know if it's still, type 1 if it's not frozen. If it's not frozen, type 1 for me, please. Maybe I have to go in another parking lot. Let's try another parking lot. Is it still frozen? Hey Denise, how you doing? Let me know if this is still frozen, you guys. Okay, it's okay. Thank you, mother. But listen here, I've met some of the most amazing women doing things that when I was uncomfortable, being in a position when I was not comfortable, is when I met some of the most powerful women in my life, and men. In our comfort zone is not where our destiny lies, right? In our comfort zone is not where our legacy building lies. In our comfort zone is not where our biggest blessings are. Our biggest blessings and our biggest elevations are going to happen when you're scared, hurt, tired. It's not in comfort zone. It's when you're stretching your faith. It's when you're saying, I don't know, Lord. Listen, I tell people, they're like, well, what are you doing with this business? Listen, I don't know. All I know is I'm in the waiting room and I'm in position and I will not get out. And I don't know how he's going to work X, Y, and Z out. But I tell you, this sister right here has absolutely nothing but to gain the most out of this thing, right? Well, what are you going? I don't know. Listen, and I'm embracing more and more of the I don't know. And I don't want to know no more. Because trying to know is what gives you depression. Trying to figure it out is what gives you all these panic attacks. And trying to figure it out is taking you out of place of gratitude. Trying to figure it out is taking you out of place of peace. Trying to figure it out got you staying in the house all weekend. Trying to figure it out got you feeling like I'm drained. I don't want to put on no makeup. I don't want to do nothing. I don't even want to be cute. Trying to figure it out takes you from a place of really being able to enjoy your life and maximize your life. Trying to figure it out is not the route that we must continue to go. We've done it for so long. I am a witness. Listen, I have mastered from being a solutionist. Like, listen here, if I can figure anything out. Listen here, I'm a make it happen person. But I had to learn how to start surrendering. To listen here, you don't need to know. That's what he needs you to be at, not knowing. So you can trust him on a level that you can't get you to where you're going. If you know the X, Y, and the Z, you don't need God. If you can do it and it's already in your bank account, you don't need God. Listen, if you are the only person to solve that, you don't need that. You don't need God. And normally God ain't connected to it, because a lot of where he wants to take you requires him and a whole lot of him. Right? So you guys, I hope I was able to say something to be able to, you know, let you understand how I feel about in reference to every season is necessary. Every season of our lives is necessary. And I've talked about several seasons, but when I tell you every season of my life is necessary, and I appreciate that now, every season of your life is necessary, and you appreciate that, and I guarantee you'll start having more peace in your spirit. You'll start allowing yourself to hear from the Lord much clearer. You'll start focusing on the things that you can control. You're eating, you're exercising, you're getting your vessel ready, so when it does go into high gear, you're ready. Your spirit is, you know, just at a place of elevation, right? You're feeling good about yourself. To the people, when you walk in the room, they like, who is that? Who is that? One last thing. This last thing, I remember when I was in that program, I had never did a live video. I was so scared to do a live video. You guys done seen me run my mouth about a good hour now. You see, that whole, it's something about that start. When you start and you are uncomfortable, you're in the right place. Whatever it is in your life that you need to start and you feel uncomfortable, just get reassurance that you are in the right place. Because look, I can do a video and talk. We can talk all day now, because I had to start, and I started with a $9.97 branding class that ended up going into a conference that ended up going into coaching from one of the best in the industry, Marshawn Evans Daniels, that helped change my life, right? She gave me the tools and the steps to how to get to where I was trying to go, to get started. I didn't know how to get there. I didn't know what it took. Listen, some people have what you need, and sometimes you have to invest in it. And most times you have to invest in it. And listen here, because that requires a level of faith. How bad do you want it? Listen, that's where this thing goes. But listen, we are all in seasons. Now I can talk from just that challenge that they gave us to do live videos. Make a live video. And I used to be sweating and stuttering. And now, the more and more I do it, now it's nothing for me to make videos. But I had to start. The same thing might be something in your life, an area of your life that you need to start. And the more and more you do it, you're going to get so good at it. And the things that used to scare you and make you uncomfortable, you're going to master it and become excellent at it and memorable at it, right? But we must start. We must appreciate the uncomfortability, because that won't be forever in that area. Next thing you know, you'll come from uncomfortable to mastering that very thing that used to make you sweat and shake and all this other stuff. Hello, Tavares Moore. Blessings, blessings. You guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please share this video on out. Please show, hold on. Please share this video on out. Please. Somebody needs to hear something. I know, I can run on and talk. That's why I need to talk maybe more per week. So when I do talk, I'm not talking forever. Because I'm like, I miss everybody. I have so much to say. I hope you enjoy the rest. Thank you for, first of all, thank you for your time on this amazing Saturday. I call it Satisfaction Saturday because it's so good. Listen, I want you all, before I leave off of here, listen to me. This is the month of 8. This is the month of new beginnings. This is the time of your life that God is going to bless you like never before. You are at a clean slate. The things that used to bother you, you have the capacity to literally look over every single thing that used to trigger you. We are in the next level. Before it used to, it was coming. We are in it now. Your biggest blessings are here now. So focus on your internal aspects so that you can be able to maximize the abundance that's coming down the portal in these months that's coming, right? God is literally about to blow our minds. For those that this is for, God is about to blow your mind. I know it was hard. I know you've been going through some real shaking for the last year. I know you have been, this thing has been real. A lot of ups and downs that have literally taken you back to some things that you was like, I thought I was done with that. I thought I was over that. No, we had to purge and we had to get a lot of that out of our systems. We had to literally deal with it on a level that we got understanding on another level so that it no longer has any power. It is finally over for you in that area of your life. You are now ready to maximize all that God has for you. So we thought we was maximizing it before. No, we were not. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. What God is about to do in your life is on another level. Generational wealth, generational abundance, internal peace, healing on another level has hit your home. Listen, it's here. Everything you've been waiting on, we thought we saw it before. No, it's here now. Maximize your internal place within yourself. Get to your secret place. Acknowledge where you are. God is about to blow your minds. This is the month 8. It's not 8 for no reason. It's next level, new beginnings, new level of blessings. Your new is here. You are a new you. Own it. I don't care if it don't feel like it. Own it and walk boldly into it. Listen to me. Own it and walk boldly into the fullness of the powerful woman and man of God that you are. It will not, not ever again trigger, alter, or move you anymore. You are ready for all that you've been praying for. You are in position for all that God has for you. This is your now season. You are in total peace. The surrendering to the process, you have checkmated, because we have gotten to the point that we can do nothing but surrender all. We don't even want to touch it anymore because we can't. It's out of our hands. God has nothing but good things for your life. Understand that this is your new now season. Maximize it. Walk boldly in your essence. The world needs you. Look in my eyes. The world needs you. That spirit that you are, the world needs you right now. Own it. Boldly own it. I'm telling you. It's here, honey. It's our season. Own it. Act like it. Do it. It's here. So you guys, once again, if this is your first time joining my live, I'm so serious. I talk from the heart because it's been real, but it's been real good. This is the time in our lives that we've been praying for a long time, that it is finally here. God is about to blow your mind on another level. He's allowing a level of expansion in territories. Doors will be open. Literally, they're going to be coming after you now for the very things that you used to hide. The very things that you used to hide, they're going to literally be searching for right now. So God bless you. I am Nekia Foxx from Nekia Foxx & Company. My website is www.nekiafoxx.com. Every social media outlet from Instagram. Blessings, Wandale, Evelyn. Blessings. From NekiaFoxx.com to Nekia Foxx on Instagram, Nekia Foxx on YouTube, Nekia Foxx on Facebook. I try to keep it all consistent. So if you need to tell anybody, if they need a word of encouragement, I have tons of YouTube videos. Hopefully something down the library will be able to help them in some type of way. Just if it's to just shift their mindset. Because listen, iron sharpens iron. When we hear or when we surround ourselves around believers, you must feel better. Listen, when you hear the word of God, it has to work. It does not come back void. When you hear another believer, they should be able to uplift your spirit, right? We're supposed to be able to shift the atmosphere anywhere we go. We're supposed to be able to change things when we encounter each and every one of each other. This is how this thing is work. We are in this together. When I talk to you, I feel better. When you talk to me, you feel better. That's how this thing goes. You have something I need, I have something you need. That's how it was designed. We're in this together. So once again, NekiaFoxx.com. We are ready for our next level. I'm about to enjoy this Saturday. I have been in for a minute, and it's time to get out and about. God bless you. It's our time to shine, right? It's your time.